So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another series. That's right, the Road to Glory series is officially beginning. There probably will not be gameplay in this one. I had a busy weekend. I went to Universal, family came around, and I just didn't get done what I wanted to get done, but I still want to get this going. So today's video, whether you want to watch it or not, but you probably want to watch it because you'll know what's going on, I'm going to be showing you sort of the whole idea of the Derby County playthrough here. The boots, which stadium we're going to be playing at. We'll get Luigi in there. We'll take a look at the team. We'll see if we need to buy some players. We'll see what budget we have. All that fun stuff will be in today's episode, so stay tuned for it. But then once we get into episode 2, then the gameplay will start. Now, I haven't completely done the XP. Folks, I've got so many ideas going on up here, but it's putting them into motion. Because I want to do graphics and all that fun stuff. So don't worry. Once the gameplay starts, we will start. You'll see it. The XP thing will pop up on your screen. You'll see what we're getting, how much XP we have, how much till the next objective and all that stuff. So yeah, that's going to be today's video. Now, before we do dive into me getting into today's video, I want to say congratulations to Jeremiah, who has once again won the goal of the month for June. Congratulations, son. I will be hitting you up and giving you your prize. So well done. Now, I don't know if we're going to continue goal of the month for July. I know a lot of you have already submitted them, but I'm just so busy and I want to get this going, but I will try. Okay, I will try because obviously you guys have spent the time of submitting them. So I will try and go through the submissions and then get July's one out. I know we're in August, so you guys are still submitting for that. But anyway, I wanted to get that out the way. Congratulations to Jeremiah. You beast. You won again. He's won twice now. Blimey, we may have to ban him. No, we won't be doing that. All right, so this is what's going to be happening. First of all, I will show you guys the kits that we will be using for Derby County. We are using the Virtua Red patch, by the way. Oh, and also, before we get into this, keep saying before we get into this, Discord. If you guys have a Discord user and all that username, you've got an account, go and follow me over there or join my server. I've got a bunch of lads who've done a fantastic job of tidying it up, making it look really good. There's tons of tabs there. You can leave your transfer recommendations. We've got goalies, defenders, midfielders, forwards, different threads. Put your recommendations in there because remember, we're going to find out today how much money we have with Derby County. It's not going to be a lot. I'm going to put very low. It's going to be minimal. This playthrough is going to be a challenge. We are also using a gameplay mod, but we'll talk about all that in the next episode. So anyway, head over to Discord. We've got a few hundred members, and I want you guys to get involved, okay? I'll leave the link for all that stuff in the description as well as, in my account on Twitter and all that. So, there you go. That's all out of the way. Right, let's dive into the kits. So, these are the kits that Ghost has made over on Twitter for me. Fantastic. I wanted something simple, plain, no sponsors. You've got a little, FBT logo there just for a bit of fun, so it's not too minimal. But it's a very generic kit. All right, and also the boots we'll talk about in a second as well, because those are going to be the same way. So that's going to be the home kit. Yes, I believe. Yes, it is. And then we can switch the kits so you guys can see the away goalie kit is going to be the green. Basically the same, as you can see. Very simple. Got the official, a nice blue font. That's Larry. Can we change that? I think we could probably change that. We may do that. Put that as white. So there you go. That's the home kit and the away kit for the goalies. And if we have a look at the players themselves, that's the home kit. Once again, very simple, very generic. And if you guys also have any faces for Derby County players, let me know. I'm trying to add them as we go along. But there it is. Very, very simple. So that's going to be the home kit for us. And then we can have a look at the away kit, which is going to be, a nice peachy colour for you. So we've got home and away. We haven't got a third kit. We'll try and get that going as well. Any recommendations, let me know. So there we go. Those are the kits, folks, in a nutshell. Very, very simple. Now, when it comes to the boots, let's talk about the boots. So, pretty much to start with, every player in the Derby County side will have 3 different type of boots. They will either be these ones, Kelmer, because it's pretty much I don't even know these brands, to be honest. We've got these ones, this one, the Gavic. They may have those as well. Very simple, very blur, to be honest. They're not exactly exciting. Or these ones, Perma. So that's pretty much it. Those are going to be the 3 boot types, okay? Yes, it's going to be very samey, but that's it. Derby County have gone broke, folks. They've run out of the funds, and they've lost all the sponsorship, so they're having to use what they can. They basically found these lying around. So there we go. 3 types of boots for all the different players in Derby County. All right, folks. So now let's dive into the Master League playthrough. So we're going to head over there right now and set it all up. So without further ado, I'll see you in a second. Alright, so here we are. We're going to start things off by going to the Skybet, of course, and picking Derby County. We are using the updated POG Champion mod as well, folks. As you can see, we've got all these different... it would be quite funny if Wayne Rooney was actually in here, but I don't think he's been added. But there is an absolute bucket load of decent players that you can pick from during this patch. But we are going to go ahead and pick the one and only Mr. Luigi. Wherever he is. Where are you, son? Look at this guy. You guys know him already. Imagine that. Sir Alex Ferguson, the one and only, if not Arsene Wenger. Louis van Gaal's there as well. But yeah, we're going to go for Luigi. We have to stick to our guns. That's it in a nutshell, isn't it? There's no messing about with Miss Luigi around. But there will be no Luigi Jr., I'm afraid. He's going to be absent for this playthrough. Because we're going for it. This is going to be a proper Road to Glory series where the challenge is to win what we can. And we wear a suit because that's what Luigi does. Lovely. Now, when it comes to this stuff, right, transfer frequency, I think we'll leave this on normal to start with. Now, negotiation difficulty, I think we'll leave it on normal as well. We could make it more of a challenge and put it on really hard, but it's going to be tough to start with anyway. Now, starting budget. This is where it's going to get really difficult. We are going to put this on small. Not fairly small. A little small. All right? So that's going to be the tough thing. We'll leave the first window obviously enabled. Salary, I actually like to do weekly. It's just better for me. We will start on Superstar. Around a 14-minute match to start things off with. And we will put this in pounds. And that should do nicely. Now, we are going to be playing with a gameplay mod, all right? I think about 80% of you wanted me to play with a mod. I think it's better to, because it's going to be much more fun. And we're going to start with the PES 2017 Revisited mod by Holland. I'll leave a link for that in the description as well. Everything I'm using, I will leave a link for in the description. So don't worry too much about that. There is the boys, and a new fresh bit of blood for us. I really don't know these players, so I think this should be quite exciting. Obviously, we're in the championship, and the aim this season will probably be finish in the top half after Derby County's abysmal bit of performance last year. Didn't really do well for them, did they? Finish, what, 21st? They're only one away from getting relegated, so the survival of the fittest. Alright, so the objectives will always be the same. Well, a little bit different from what we maybe are used to. So let's see what he's saying. Well, then we need to take at least 8th position. Yeah, I think the objectives are a little bit tough, really, aren't they? So we've got, I agree, we can finish in the top half or winning. Well, absolutely not. So we're going to start with finishing the top half of the league, okay? That's not the hardest thing to do, but it's still going to be a bit of a challenge. 16th or higher. Okay, well is that the top half? I mean, half of 24 is 12. Alright. But that's what we're going to go for. They should accept it, because they always do. Yeah, alright, we don't need 4 months to answer this question. What's the boss going to say here? It seems a rather modest objective, but I suppose you have your reasons. Let's aim for that then. Alright, I do have my reasons. I'm new. Give me a chance here to get something going. We will have the immersion mod. I might put that. I haven't disabled it for now because sometimes I feel like it messes things up. There's the old Gatorade, sponsored. No, we're not sponsored by Gatorade. We're not sponsored by anyone. I'm going to actually need to fix the boards at the back because right now it just says eFootball and all that. What's your plan on the team? Well, the usual, isn't it? I have my own ideas. That's it. I want to say a big thank you. I've got my own ideas, and that is that in a nutshell. What style of football? The usual. We play nice and hard. And there we go. Fantastic. There's a hair on the screen. Not having that. Alright, so welcome to the Master League. Well, welcome to the Road to Glory series, because that's exactly what we're going to be calling this one. Okay, so let's first of all messages, the training regimes. So we've got to go through all that. We've got to go through all that today, folks. This is about setting the team up right. And once we've done that, in the next episode, we will plow through into the matches, and that's going to be the old fun stuff. There's the schedule. Brilliant. Right, I think the first thing we need to find out, how big is our budget going to be? Okay, so we've got 4.6 million. Which is probably more than I thought we would have. I mean, I guess we are Derby County. Okay, I mean, 4.6 is not bad. I'm not going to go crazy with buying players, though. We are probably going to have to think about that, because we've got some quality here. This guy, what is it? Ibe, Obby. Yeah, I don't know how you say that. Ibe, maybe Ibe. I'm going to call him Ibe. Nicknames are all going to come out in this playthrough as always. He's got some speed, 87. We've got Lawrence here, who's a left winger. Shinny, who's 29-year-old in the middle there, DMF. We've got Waghorn, who's 30. 22-year-old here, 27-year-old, 29-year-old. So yeah, we've got some older players, and obviously the younger players down the bottom are the ones that are going to be really low rated. But I want to give those players a lot more playing time in this, folks. A lot more. So that is going to be the game plan there. Scouting, we're going to have to do this. So we'll go ahead and enable this, and we'll just bolster the weak spots. Let's do South America, because there always seems to be, some players that could be quality there. Maybe we'll do still developing. And we will consider the budget. Why not? Or enable that. We'll go for... We probably should look at the squad before we do this. But I think a centre forward is always needed sometimes. So we'll go ahead and we'll just look in Europe, I think, for this one. And we will do still developing. I'm just going to do still developing players. The best bet. And we'll do a midfielder, because we won't specify. And once again, I think we'll go for Europe on this one. And we will do still developing once more. Okay? Job done. If you guys have recommendations, head over to Discord, or you can leave them here. But I may check the Discord channel out a little bit more, because everything's going to be a little bit more organized. So just make sure, if you do leave a suggestion, put... the position of the player and all that fun stuff, so I know what exactly is going on. Now, when it comes to the stadium, now we'll talk about all this afterwards when we actually play a match. But the stadium that I have chosen, that's not even the right thing, is it? That's the scoreboard server. Stadium server, there you go. Let me find out which one we want to go to. Obviously, now I have renamed it, so we are still going to be called Pride Park, I believe, is where Derby County play. The stadium holds about 33,000, so, it's a good amount, and we're going to be playing in 5,000, which is obviously a lot less to start with. And the only difference is the chants are all going to sound the same, remember? So you can't really change, how much the chants are going to be there. But there it is, Pride Park Stadium. So this is where we're going to be playing. Okay, now this is in Argentina, but don't worry, it's still going to say Pride Park Stadium when we actually play there. The only thing is, if there's any logos and stuff around the stadium, obviously it's still going to pertain to that team. But I played here for a quick match, and I thought it was alright. It was pretty generic, so it does say Coca-Cola at the top, so, we like our Coca-Cola. But yeah, that's where we're going to be playing, but it will be changed, don't worry. It will be called the Pride Park Stadium when we actually play the match. And then as the season draws on, we're going to increase the capacity once the sponsors come in and we get a little bit more money, or XP really, to be able to do so. So there you go, folks. That's the stadium. All right, so let's have a look at the team, folks, and kind of decide what to play. Obviously, if you have recommendations, leave them below. But I think we may just start with what they have, default, like a 4-4-2. Kind of looking at the two lads up top, they're not the youngest. This guy is 34, Kazim Richards, so he's getting on a little bit. He's got a bit of height to him. He's got a heading trait as well. And then we've got Waghorn as well, who's 30. Yeah, a little bit of pace. Good at heading as well, but he's more of a super sub. He's a fox in the box. But we do have this guy here, Duncan. We've gone the wrong way. Who's only 19 years of age. He has a little bit of pace already. 79, 81 acceleration. Doesn't have any playing skills. But maybe someone like him, we try and grow. We do have, obviously, this guy on the right, and we've got Lawrence on the left. He's more of a prolific winger, but he can play sort of left mid, even left winger. Also can play through the middle too. Also can play centre forward. We've got Belik right here, Anchorman. We've got Knight, who's a box-to-box, a 19-year-old. How old is this? 22. Okay, it's good to have some youth there. Shinny's 29 as a left-back. We've got Edmundson, who's 23. Davis next to him, who's 35, so he's getting on a bit. And we've got Marshall in goal. And then we've got Mr. Wisdom, who's 27, as a right-back. So, yeah, there's probably a lot of work to do here in the players to buy, but I don't want to go crazy off the bat, folks. I really want to see what this team has to offer to start with. And then we can always, obviously, go from there. And the team spirit at 60, I don't know what we're playing. Possession, I'd rather play a counter-attack. So we're probably going to lose a little bit of team spirit to start with. I don't really care. I want more of a challenge. So the team spirit being low is actually probably better. I think we'll do frontline pressure. And, yeah, we'll contain them down the middle. So, yeah, I'm just kind of seeing what fits. So that's probably our best bet. I'm going to leave it for now. As I say, I want you guys' input. Now you know who we're playing with. Now you know our budget. But I'm not going to go crazy on it. I'm not going to go crazy, folks. The start of this playthrough is it's going to be slow. It's going to be a little bit slow. Figure out how the lads are doing. And then we can definitely assess and reevaluate. We've got this guy, Ruse, in goal. What's he, 71? I might even put him in goal, to be honest, depending, because he's a little bit younger, a little bit more growth there as well. All right, so there's the boys. Let's go ahead now and head over to the training and make sure this is set up correctly. The one thing I will want to do, actually, let's do this by position. And if we go all the way down to the goalies, with these keepers, generally, I just like to go focus training, and I just whack it all on the keepers. I don't see the point of them doing, like, why does he need to work on lofted pass? Couldn't care less. Speed, well, not, I mean, yeah, you can run out a little bit faster. But no, I'd rather focus all these players in goal right now just on goalkeeping ability. We've already done him, mate. Yep, we certainly have. Nope. Focused. Lovely. All right, so let's go ahead, whack those all up. Ruse can do it as well. Bosch. Marshall. Give him all the focused training too. Lovely. All right, the rest of these, I mean, we have a lot of prolific wingers. I'm not normally a fan of prolific winger, especially like this guy, Lawrence, who's technically more of... I'm probably going to be playing more as a left mid than a left winger. So, I mean, roaming flank may not be bad. Cross specialist, depending on... I mean, how good is this guy? Has he got any traits? Blimey, he's got a lot of traits. I think this guy might be better suited, actually, as a cross specialist. Just because, you know, get the ball down the wings. Or we could do roaming flank, but he's going to cut inside a little bit more. His ball control isn't bad. Let's put cross specialist on him for now. This guy as well, a little bit of pace. Prolific winger, rather change that too. Maybe roaming cross specialist, work on the old speed. Bit of stamina as well. I mean, we really does need to work on the stamina. I mean, dummy runner, core blimey, gets a lot of stamina on that. Well, he hasn't. He's not going to have any. There's no point in putting cross specialist on someone who hasn't really got anything. You know what I'm saying? Hasn't really got anything worthwhile. So I think we'll just... I don't know, how good would dummy runner be on this guy? On the wings? You know what? Let's do that. I'm going to give him dummy runner. I never really bother with it, so why not? This guy, he is more of a winger. But I'm going to give him... Well, he really does need to work on that stamina too. I will leave him. We'll have at least one prolific winger there. Don't want to get crazy. This guy's also a prolific winger. Playing as a right winger. Would he rather play this guy as a roaming flank? It's a hard one, isn't it? It's a hard one to figure out. Oh, I'll leave it for now as well. We've got a couple of box-to-boxes, which is good. This guy's a prolific winger too. No, we're not having that with him. I think he would probably be best suited as a roaming flank. We'll do that for now. We've got a destroyer. We've got a couple of anchormen, an orchestrator, another anchorman there. Got a couple of hold players, a creative playmaker, which is nice. Just need a little bit of variety to start with. Fox in the box, target man, goal poacher. Yeah, I think that's pretty decent. Alright, so I think that's good enough for the training. If you guys have any recommendations of that, of course, let me know as well. Alright, no, we've just done that one. I wanted to go to skill training. Right, so let's see what we can do. Scissor feint, double tap. We're not going to really have many players that can do any of these skills to start with, as you can see. Nope. Cool, blimey. This guy can do long throw. That's not really relevant. Gamesmanship. Could win a few more fouls. Captaincy. Captaincy could be useful if no one else has it, but... Track back. This might not be bad on this guy. He does play as a left back, more so, but oh, he's got captaincy anyway. All right, let's give him the track back. Let's get that going. All right, lovely, sorted. All right, so now we've got to decide on players and what to do with them, because obviously a lot of these players, we have 40 players in the squad, which is, you know, a lot. And we've got to probably send out quite a few of these. I don't really want to sell them because I would like to see what happens when they go on loan and we bring them back. Look, folks, the purpose of this playthrough is to keep this going for a while. Okay, I really want to crank this out and just see how well we can do with a team like Derby, getting maybe a wonder kid to come through the ranks, and then a bit of progression and just seeing the team evolve. I think that's more of the fun of it. You know, I've played as all the big teams, and yeah, it's fun to play with the best players, but sometimes it is fun to just pick a low-rated side and try and win that silverware. Right, we've got Thompson here. These are all young players, so they are very, very young. We're going to whack all these lads on the loan list, and hopefully people come in and snap them up. Simple as that. But don't expect me to go crazy this first season. We are not going to be buying players willy-nilly. Definitely not. Definitely not. Because I would rather use the team that we have and just see how we can do as a whole. If we don't do well, January time comes around, we try and maybe snap someone up. We might have to loan a few players to start with as well. I'm going to keep Duncan. We're not going to put him out on loan. Actually, I wasn't even looking at the rating of these players, which I should have. Centre-back, 62, Solomon. Well, this guy's only a 59. How old is he? He's 20 years of age, but we'll whack him on loan as well. I mean, I could just put them all on loan at the end of the day, and if anyone comes in for something, then fine. 71, no. Bushenham, we'll keep him as well. Sibley. And these are all the older players, which are, if they're older, they're going to be probably rated a little bit better. So we've got Marshall in goal and we've got Ruse. This guy will probably give a lot more playing time too. This guy's 22. Well, we'll probably stick these lads out on loan, see what they can do. Yates. I mean, he's 21 as well, but we'll definitely stick him on loan. I mean, we can't buy anyone right now, I don't think, anyway, because we're maxed out. 40 out of 40. Okay, I think that's good enough. I think that is going to be good enough. All right, let's go ahead and fast forward the time and see what happens. So yeah, we won't have a match today. I know you guys will want me to get into the gameplay. Trust me, so do I. But I still have to figure out a few little things first, as I really need a cough. So I'll be right back. All right, so we've already got some offers coming in, which is fantastic. I've got Middlesbrough there, 62 rated. This boy, 18. I don't think he's going to play a whole lot. Actually, let's change this to position just so we know how many centre-backs we have. So we've got Edmundson, we've got Davis, then we've got Solomon. We may have to actually keep him. Right, we'll ship this guy out. He seems alright. We'll accept those terms. Get a little bit of moolah, but nothing too crazy. We'll definitely accept this guy. He can go off and do the business. I think we're going to keep Solomon right now because I don't want to have less than a few centre-backs in there. We've got McDonald. He's actually probably no, he's not our best right back. But this guy is, 19? He's got pace. A bit of pace about him. And we do have these two right backs as well. Obviously, they can be a little bit older. 27, 28. All right, we'll let this guy go out on loan. Not a problem. What else do we have? Watson right here, rated 60. Yeah, well, I think we'll put him out on loan as well. We've got Sibley if we need to use an AMF, which we may. He's only 19 as well. Actually, he's only 19, this guy. See, it's players like this that I'm looking forward to seeing how they progress. All right, so we'll accept this one with Watson. All right, so that's going to free up a little bit of space. And we'll leave Solomon alone. So, yeah, that should be fine. Right, we've got some scouting options as they've come back. We've got Lobos from Chile. He's got a bit of speed, but not really. 23. Yeah, I don't think he really float the boat. Right back here, Diego. Bit of speed as well. No real player skills, though. From Brazil. From Peru, we've got this 19-year-old, Aguilar. 77-84. Stamina's pretty good as well. Got the Marseille turn, pretty good weak foot usage. He's a centre-back at 19. Okay. We've got this guy, Nisbet, who is a centre-forward. I wish their faces looked a bit better, though, you know? I mean, we have a lot of faces in this pack, but there are also a lot of players, so... Yeah, they're all not going to be there. It's going to take a lot of work to do that. This guy doesn't look bad, actually. All right, 23. What'd you guys make of him? Let me know in the comments. And then we have this guy, Doyle Hayes. He is a box-to-box centre midfielder who's 22. This guy's 21. In Belgium, he's a whole player. Okay. All right, we're not going to go ahead and buy anyone right now. You know, I think it's a little bit premature because I really do want to see how the lads do perform before we start getting carried away. Anyway, the first match of the season will be against Barnsley. Okay, that's going to happen in the next episode. We are going to have to end it there, folks, because there really isn't anything else to talk about until we start playing some matches, you know, and then we can start doing some stuff, all right? So... hope you guys did enjoy the video. I know no gameplay. It might be a super long video, but I still got to show you guys, like, the plan, right? The kits, very minimal. The boots. Obviously, we've got about 3 pairs to choose from that we're going to pick for the players. They already have them. As the season draws on and we get better sponsors, then that's when I start changing the boots. It's all cosmetic, but I think it's just a bit of fun. I mean, there is a mod where you can add more money. I just don't know how well that's going to work with the whole... I don't want to get myself too carried away here because otherwise I'm going to be all over the place. You guys are going to have to bear with me for the start of this series where I am going to be all over the place because I still have to figure out the milestones. I don't want to make this too easy, but I don't want to be like, well, we're 2 seasons in and we haven't done anything. You know, that can't happen. The basic premise is after a season... however much XP we have, we'll use that to see which stadiums we can go to. So I've still got to kind of come up with a graphic for all that, and then you guys will see, and you'll have a better understanding of what's going on. But as you can tell, it's minimal. Minimal kits, minimal boots, a really low capacity stadium, and as the season draws on, depending on how well we do, you'll start to see progression. That's the purpose of this series. I think it's going to be a little bit more fun than just playing a Master League, you know. And we've got the POG champion. So actually, I did quickly forget that we could look at our youth team if we do this by overall rating, because we have real players. They're not all just fake nonsense names. As you can see, Rogers is a normal name. So yeah, these are actually players we could look into moving up. This guy, Petrovic, in goal. Actually, you might even put him in the squad. 72 rated already, and he's only 21. We got this guy, Rogers, 20, he's 18. Santini. Okay, this is another centre-back that we may look into. Okay, there are players here. Let me know if there's anyone here you think will be wise to whack into the squad and kind of try and grow them. Simic, Croatian. He's a centre-forward, and he's only 17. Obviously not rated too high. But yeah, this is other things that we can do this time. We can actually go into the youth system because it's proper and not a load of nonsense like we had last time. So anyway, that is all for today. Let me know your thoughts below. Please head over to the Discord server. If you haven't got an account, make one, please, because I'm going to be putting everything over there. Honestly, the whole XP thing, you'll see a spreadsheet of when I've done it. That'll be uploaded. It'll be on Google Drive. so you guys can go in there and actually, visually see it. And then we're going to have a whole bunch of other things. I've got lots of plans for this series. I think it's going to be good fun. And once things start going, then we'll have a better understanding of exactly what we're going to do. Anyway, until next time, subscribe for more, leave a comment. And until next time, remember, Gamescom is next week. I'll be covering it all. Lots of good stuff to come, hopefully. Fingers crossed. If Konami do the business with eFootball. Anyway, until next time, subscribe for more and take care.